the Midday Moments. Welcome to the Midday Moment. I am your host, Dr. Davina Jones, Assistant Spiritual Leader of today's church and fivefold general for Church of the Everlasting Kingdom. Just as you need your physical exercises so that your body can get to where you need it to be and function, you need your spiritual exercises so that your soul can get to where you need it to be and function. You need your thoughts to be thinking productively. You need your feelings to be navigating through your feelings productively. You need your will to be making decisions productively. And all of those things sit in the soul. Your intellect, your filters, you need those filters to be productive. And so that is the soul. And so when your soul is healthy, oh my goodness, you're able to really prosper and be at peace and experience and manifest the desires of your heart, success, purpose, and all of that. Well, that is some of the language that I that I hold the consciousness for in the midday moment. In this version of the midday moment, because there are other people that do midday moments, and it just so happens that we're studying the spiritual exercises for the development of the soul during this season of Lent, and we invite our family, friends. You don't have to be a member of any of our spiritual communities to participate in this time of collective growth where we reflect, we meditate, we pray, we fast some things, we take a break from some things, we feast on other things. This week I'm feasting on my health. I am feasting on paying attention and giving some attention to my body to accept the gift of science. So I lean in metaphysically a great deal. And it also is okay to accept the gift of science, the gift of medicine, to pray and to consider what other things can collaborate with your healing, and to pray over your medical team, that they operate in discernment and wisdom. I know there's sometimes a great deal of trust, particularly in the African American community, a great deal of distrust with the medical professionals because they have done some things. They've done some things, so we know that's there, and at the same time, we can hold the consciousness for something different. All right. And that's no penalty on our forefathers or anything like that. Just saying where we are now. We can do some things differently. We can ask some we're more empowered. We understand we're more empowered to ask some questions and talk through and make decisions for ourselves. All right. So that being said, that's what I'm fixing on this week. We have made it to day 32 in our reading together. I don't reread, so you read at your own doing your own time here. Flip the page. That was 31. We're on day 32. Did I say 32 in the notes? If I didn't say 32, I'll go back and make sure I correct it. But today is day 32. And so the practice that we are focusing on today is fellowship. Good reading. It's only 2 pages, so y'all get in there. Is it 2 pages or two? It's 2 pages today. Sometimes it's a page or page and a half. So it's 2 pages today or page and 3/4. Good reading. Y'all get in there and read it, and that way you can meditate on the vocabulary, the concepts that are shared here. But fellowship. It is. I like this line. It is about how each of us contribute something valuable. Each of us contribute. We have our unique selves, our unique gifts, and so forth. But yet, each of us contribute something valuable to a situation, as quiet as you may be or as loud as you may be. There are opportunities for us to observe and take each other in, and allow it to be education for us, allow it to be an experience, an observation for us. So there's a lot that can be said about that. And so fellowship is the practice today. And so good reading here again. None of us, I'm reading just little clips here, little excerpts. None of us are perfect in how we manifest in our faith. We need God's grace and mercy as we forgive ourselves. And true fellowship helps us to thrive. It helps us to exchange notes, exchange ideas, exchange pathways, different ways of doing, seeing, and perceiving and working with things. Teamwork makes the dream work. I like saying understand that. Well, teamwork is another form of fellowship. Again, some of the answers that you need are in a different experience that you don't have. I was thinking about this as I was driving the other day, and I'm seeing all of these roundabouts. We didn't have all of these roundabouts in Florida or the United States. We've been borrowing. So, the famous roundabout, is that Paris? The famous roundabout, Paris. I think that's Paris where the Eiffel Tower is. And so we borrow from each other to progress. All right. And fellowship helps you to do that, fellowshipping and networking. Well, let me go to the reflection questions and then I'm going to continue with my day. So the reflection question is at the end of the reading. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Great blessings to each of you. The fellowship questions. How often do I like being outside, by the way? I'm outside. I worked remote yesterday and today. Tomorrow I'll be back in the office. I'll be in Daytona. But when I can, I am so inspired by the sun. So it's a cool day. So I'm kind of wrapped up. But I desire to experience nature and be outside in this sun. So that's where I am. All right. Going back in after this. All right. Reflection questions. How often do you come to service late, my church folks? How often do you come to service late and leave right after? And really, this can be any event. Are you the person that show up late and leave early? I know sometimes we do that because it's not our best day and we need to maintain a certain hedge of peace around us. I understand. But is this routine? Is this every Sunday, every event that you come last and you leave early or right after? So my answer to the question, when I was in graduate school, they used to call me the ghost. I found out they used to call me the ghost of the department because I came to class and I left. I did. I came and I left. I didn't really yield myself to fellowship. I wasn't as mature as I am now. And but they called me the ghost. So I did not take full advantage of being able to exchange with my colleagues during the time that I was in graduate school. During that same time is when I met one of my best friends, Lisa. I have two best friends, Lady Nicole and Lisa. And Lady Nicole and I, Overseer Nicole Pritchett, we've been friends since I was 10. She was 8. And Lisa and I have been friends since I moved to Ohio 20, maybe 2021, something like that. And Lisa expresses as an extrovert, I express as an introvert. Long story short, I didn't like to go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. I went to church. That was the fellowship I needed. I didn't stay around and talk to everybody. And I went home. And I'd have these nights where I had to complete homework assignment, and I didn't wish to be up by myself. So I'd ask Lisa if she'd stay up while I finished my work, and she'd say, "If you go to the baby shower with me Sunday, if you go to the bridal shower with me," and I went with her because I desired her fellowship while I was doing my work, but then I was very stingy and selfish, and I did not give of my fellowship to others. So I'm sharing gratitude for my best friend Lisa because she really helped me to understand the beauty, and I've still grown in understanding the beauty of fellowship. It's not just you needing somebody late at night to support you, to be energy with you while you're working on the task, but then you can't show up for anybody else. No, come on, let's fellow. So thank you, Lisa. So anyways, yes, I was the person that if I didn't leave right after, you didn't see me too much right after, that's for sure. And so I've gotten better, y'all, because we need each other. Okay. All right. Question number 2: how can you create additional fellowship time with those who may feel with those who may feel lonely and lack support? Well, again, give yourself to the little linger every now and then to observe, to expect that make an affirmation that I'm going to help share joy with somebody today. I'm going to help share peace with somebody today, so that you can offer the fellow. You can offer some fellowship. You can be the recipient and the giver. You can give some and make it intentional. I'm going to stay after and just kind of greet a few people, make it intentional. When you understand the power of how we lift each other, you aim to be intentional with it. And some people don't have to be as intentional, but I do. I must be intentional because otherwise, I'll come and go, and I can get real selfish with it. I remember being here at the family house, and I was thinking, oh, everybody's going to be gone tomorrow. I'm going to have the whole house to myself. And I had the whole house to myself for like 2 days. And then I was like, I don't want the whole house to myself for 2 days. I need somebody in the house. And I noticed I didn't want to necessarily come out and fellow the whole time. I just needed them here. So I make it a point now. Come out and fellowship. Because when you here by yourself, all of that time, it's not the healthiest thing in the world. So, anyways, this is just me answering the questions. You answer the questions for you. You answer those questions for you. But this is me talking through what it means to fellowship, to be a fellow, to be a fellow, to get in there and be together, to help each other, to rub off on each other, to exchange some joy and some peace and some encouragement. Okay. All right. Number 3. Do you believe what impacts one influences all? Why or why not? Yes and no, both and. When I saw this question, I thought about traffic. So I didn't create the accident. I didn't cause the car collision. Somebody was in a car collision and it has impacted my driving on this highway. So yes. However, I get to choose what I do with that impact. Do I let it work for my good? And say, you know what, since I'm in this traffic and we're driving slow, let me turn on my music and let me just enjoy my favorite songs right now. How do I embrace this impact? What do I make of it? Do I allow this to be a positive impact, or do I allow it to create negative energy? So yes, both and, but I ultimately get to choose what I do with all of my experiences in the day. All right, y'all. I'm finished. Those are the 3 questions for the day. I encourage you to answer them for you, for yourself. I'm getting back in here now. It's just a moment. That's all it is midday moment. Listen, blessed consecration to you, blessed consciousness journey. Let's keep going. Let's rethink, regroup, redo, renew, revive, restore, rework, repent, reset. Let's do all the reads we know to do. Take full advantage of this time that we are reading and studying together. All right. I love you. God bless you. God be you. Take care, everybody.